Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. We want to welcome you to our show today. This is CJ streaming in live all the way from Dallas, Texas. Believe it or not, I'm not in the studio today, some of you may have noticed that. But I want to thank you for coming on to the show today. I promise you it will be have a very, very special guest today. So I'm going to just give you some quick updates and some information. I want to get right into our interview because I am so excited for you to hear from our special guest today. Thank you for tuning in to GMAP1. I want to give a special thanks to our producer and owner of GMAP1, Pastor Kevin Strader, for making this show possible every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and wherever else you're part of the world. Welcome all my friends from the Caribbean, from the UK, from Africa, from all over the United States, all different parts of the United States. Thanks for being a part of the show. Share this information with all of your friends and family. Let them know they're missing out on some awesome information because we're here. Our purpose on this show is to expose the absolute best concept in the world to the world today. We present to you and we introduce to others the most powerful concept of business today. I'm talking about the one and only Shelf Fremont. I'm talking about an awesome opportunity where people can sign up and become a part of something that's great for free. Did you hear me? Free. No startup costs, no monthly auto ships, no need to buy a product to be compensated, no tricks and mind games to advance and grow, no mountains to climb and valleys to go under to succeed. Perfect opportunity for everyone, especially those like me and you, the everyday guy who's just looking to do something positive, who's looking to make a change in life, who's looking forward to having a breakthrough. That word is going to mean something to you in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So again, thank you all for being here. We're so happy that you tuned in. Every week we're here. I want you to know that we're here to touch lives in a very, very positive way. A very, very positive way. And we're doing it in a very powerful way with this company called Shelf Free Mind. So let me tell you a little bit about this Shelf Free Mind. Great leadership who brings the new concept of honesty, integrity, transparency, bringing those words back to business and to free enterprise. He also introduced to the world awesome products designed to give your body everything it needs to do what it is designed to do by our Creator. Unbelievable compensation plan. That's right. For doing something that you're doing every day, where you're sharing information with friends and family, telling them about things that you've experienced, and just introducing them to restaurants, to books, to movies, to plays, to all these things that they have access to, and they go and they indulge and they solicit these things, and what happens is they're not compensated. Well, Shelf Free Mind is not only rewarding you for sharing who we are and what we do, but they're giving out 90% of what they bring in. Ladies and gentlemen, that's unheard of. That means the company is functioning, operating off of 10% and giving to you and me, individuals who are pushing, who are sharing, who are helping individuals all around the world, giving us 90%. Unbelievable. There's so much more I can tell you, but Shelf Free Mind, you know what? I'm going to get myself out of the way because I am so excited to introduce to you our guest. We're going to have a dialogue here today that's going to really blow your mind. Again, I want you to remember to tune into GMAP1.com and support this radio show, this TV broadcast, to everyone in the world. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you my friend. I could read a whole list of his biography, but you know what? I'm going to leave all that to him because I don't want to take anything away from him to share who he is, what he's all about, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Shelf Free Mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Dr. Stan, also known as Dr. Breakthrough. Dr. Breakthrough, are you there?
Man, I'm here. It's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure to be here with you on this incredible show, man. Appreciate all that you do and the people that you're pouring your life into.
Sir. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Dr. Breakthrough. I know I met you about 10, 11 years ago, and I'm sure you've met millions of people because you travel all over the world doing what you do, what you've been blessed and purposed to do on this earth. So I know you don't remember me. I was just new to the company at the time where I met you, but you just blew my mind with the things that you were able to share with your audience. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you came from, and how you ended up here today being a part of Shelf Free Mind as our CLO. Tell us.
Well, thank you very much. You know, Benjamin Mays said years ago, I've only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. I didn't seek it, I didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but an eternity's in it. I'm glad I've got a few moments with you, and I'm going to have a guest come on just a moment after a while and tease the folks about what we got coming. But yes, they call me Dr. Breakthrough. Now, again, I didn't name myself Dr. Breakthrough. Dr. Willie Jolly voted one of the top 5 speakers in the world. We were speaking together at Howard University many, many years ago, several decades ago, as a matter of fact. And he said, you know, Dr. Stan Harris, you know, you break boards and bricks and all that. They call you Dr. Stan Harris, and I know you're an evangelist. You know, you've got a doctorate in divinity, a PhD in martial arts, and, you know, you're working on a doctor of naturopath. He said, but branding's everything. You need to be called Dr. Breakthrough. He said, because it's like a person goes to a doctor and they give them a prescription. You're the guy that has a prescription for breakthrough. He said, you seem to have had more breakthroughs than anybody I know. You explain it better than anybody I know. You demonstrate it better than anybody I know. And the people you speak to seem to start having more breakthroughs. So you should be Dr. Breakthrough. That's who you are. And I said, well, sir, I sure appreciate your compliment and your kind words. And I will live the rest of my life to make sure that is true. So I tell people, as Dr. Breakthrough, I cannot provide the breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. However, when people follow the breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides the breakthrough they desire and deserve. And what's a breakthrough? exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. And so they call me Dr. Breakthrough because breaking through is what I do. They call me Dr. Breakthrough because breaking through is what I demonstrate when I stack up bricks and write things on it like fear and procrastination and doubt and being poor, and then I break those things. They call me Dr. Breakthrough because breaking through is what I love to do and teach you. That's why I'm glad to be on the show. So grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. As a 6-year-old boy, tarred and feather beaten, thrown out in the middle of a field, left for dead by a teenage gang. But thank God somebody found me, rushed me to the hospital, went through physical abuse and verbal abuse and sexual abuse and obviously racial abuse and all that. Tried to commit suicide on 2 occasions, and I'm glad I failed. I always tell people some things you're supposed to fail at, right? And but at any rate, I just got involved in the martial arts to learn how to protect myself. And, of course, they said, no, we got to teach you discipline before we teach you self-defense, because if we taught you self-defense without self-discipline, you'd be a weapon that's uncontrollable. And so I'm so glad they taught me the self-defense, but they wouldn't teach. They had to teach me first self-discipline, because the self-discipline is what changed my life. So here we are today. Now we still been traveling now, spoken in all 50 states, 28 countries, preaching the gospel. And then I train and speak for different companies. And I'm just so delighted now to be the chief breakthrough trainer with Shop Free Mart, which I believe literally is a breakthrough concept, and it's going to change the world. As a matter of fact, I just preached in Houston, Texas, and the pastor there had signed up, and he said, no, Doc, after you're done preaching, I'll give a short break, but bring out a projector, and I want you to explain the Shop Free Mart concept and sign up the whole church. Because, see, we show them how it's a perfect fundraiser, and so it's just incredible. So there you go. All righty. Did we lose you, CJ?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Thank you for sharing that information. As you have been through so much, you've done so much, you've touched so many lives throughout the years. With this whole message of breaking through all of these fears, insecurities that we have, and causing people to really live their full potential. But one thing that really I wanted to find out from you, Dr. Breakthrough, with your expertise, with your experience, with everything that you have done, I'm sure that you have probably been hounded by companies, just calls and emails and texts and everything, wanting them to come and say, be a part of who we are, what we do. I want to know, because here's the thing. Shop Free Mart has been around for about 3 years, and I remember listening to the vision of the owner and president CEO, Mr. John Austin, years ago, where he talked about not millions, but billions of people coming to Shop Free Mart. And at that time, he had no idea 3 years later Dr. Breakthrough was going to be representing his company. How did you get to come to Shop Free Mart, and why, of all these companies pulling and tugging at you, did you decide to be a part of Shop Free Mart? Let us know what that was all about.
Wow, great question, my brother. Great question. Well, one of the things, though, Scripture is very clear in Ephesians 2:8-9, for by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It's the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. So when I received the Lord and then I became an evangelist, I said, man, the world needs to know this. And so we started traveling around, and speaking and so forth. And then people would always come to me and say, man, you need to get involved in network marketing, man. Your personality, your energy, oh my God. And I would stay away from me, right? As a matter of fact, CJ, I hate to tell you this, I used to preach against network marketing and home-based business because my pastor was older and wiser. For some reason, he was against it. So I figured he's older, he's wiser. If he's against it, then I'm against it. And then one day I was reading the Bible, I was like, wait a minute. Jesus was the greatest networker in the world. And make a long story short, I had to change, kind of like the Apostle Paul, went from Saul to Paul. And you're right, companies, sometimes, and especially those of you listening to me, you may get maybe a call every week or maybe a couple calls a month. Well, how about if you started getting calls every day? See, because one company, I built a team, my lovely wife, I call her my ABCD, that stands for Adorable Brown Caramel Delight. We built a team from 0 to 13,389 people in only 3.5 months. And, of course, we broke that company record. And so, anyway, but then we had some problems there. The owner made me some promises, but he didn't have the integrity like John Austin had. So I left that company and built another company, hired me to be their international training director. And so they just set me on the tour speaking, around the United States. And And of course, we worked a lot with a nonprofit, showing them how a nonprofit could have a profit-building arm, and so we started doing that. And by the way, there's 800 nonprofits being shut down every month, and that's not all churches, that's nonprofits. And so we believe Shop Free Mart is going to be the greatest answer to help some of these nonprofits. But at any rate, so again, some churches, so I built another company of 22,000 people, and that company I was earning 6 figures a month. And then in the last 6.5 years, I was working with a company where I was an international training director. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I actually personally sponsored 898 people, and it turned into 1.5 million people within 6 years.
Wow.
And one day, CJ, let me hear you say one day.
One day.
One day we had 100,000 people. And one day 100,000 people joined my team. Shut down the servers.
Wow.
I never even dreamed I would have a team of 100,000, much less 100,000 join in one day. But I said all that to say because I do everything based on biblical principles, and God's able to do exceeding abundantly above all we ask or think. Well, you have to know that's just an incredible thing. And so, but unfortunately, the owner of that company, I begged him to sell me the company because it seemed like his attention was being drawn away to something else. And he actually sold the company, CJ, to somebody else. This company, again, let me just tell you this. I've had days of making $22,000 in a day. So you can imagine 1.5 million people. Well, guess what? This guy sold it to somebody, and whoever he sold it to, within 4 or 5 days, they shut the whole site down and stopped the whole business.
Wow.
There was only 2.2 million people in the whole company, 1.5 million on my team. By the way, we had a top 10 list of income earners, top 10 list of top recruiters. I was number 1 income earner and number 1 recruiter every single week. And out of the top 10, 9 of the 10 were on my team, my top leaders. And you're going to hear from one of our leaders and partners here on the show. But watch this, my friend. And that was devastating, to say the least. So I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing anybody else's. I'm building my own company, which is Dr. Breakthrough LLC, my training company, because I was speaking for about 40 different companies anyway. And then I came up with this breakthrough challenge. And so a pastor that took the challenge told a lady, Lydia, about it. Lydia's like, oh, I heard him 30 years ago at my convention. I gotta call him. She got on the challenge. She called me and said, listen, please do a call for my team. 37 of her team members got on the challenge, and everything changed for them. So they went to this owner, John Austin, of Shop Free Mart, and they presented to him. And so then they connected me with him, and it was presented that I could bring this breakthrough challenge inside of Shop Free Mart, because everybody talks about a true business is a personal development course, disguised as a business.
Right.
But guess what, CJ? You can't buy a personal development product and get credit, and other people in your team make money, what I call your success line. And so when he said that, all of a sudden, CJ, something clicked. See, he didn't know that God had put in my heart that I was going to get 1 million or more people on my challenge in 5 years or less. So I told my wife, baby, I'm going to be like a ghost for a while. And we usually travel together, but I'm going to be gone. This is a daunting task, but it's going to be done because God put it in my heart. Now this man is telling me, if we bring it into Shop Free Mart, now you've got 62,500 people that we're going to press them to take the course, because we know the course will help them to build their business better. And then it dawned on me, instead of me doing it, now I've got 62,500. I was like, wow. And finally, CJ, a company that said, we want to partner with you. We don't just want to pull your expertise. We don't just want to leverage your name to build our deal. We think we could build a better deal together. And so it dawned on me, this is a truly godly man. They told me he was a minister of the gospel, but sadly enough, I met several ministers that wasn't ministering the gospel.
I understand what you said.
And he was humble, CJ. He was humble. And guess what? He's a 2nd-degree black belt. Well, I happen to be a 10th-degree black belt, so we hit it off real well. And so, make a long story short, I said to myself, I think this is where I need to put my hat and just do the training. And then I made a mistake. Would you like to know what mistake I made?
What was the mistake?
I said, send me some of your products, and, I'd be glad to give you guys a testimonial because, a lot of health companies, especially if a guy's a 10th degree black belt, voted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame. I retired 10 years ago as a heavyweight champion with Karate World Rating System. And so send me some of your stuff. If I get the good results, I'll give you a good testimonial, and because, again, my main thing is I'm here to do training and speak at the events and so forth. And there was no thing to me about having to build it all. Just brother, that's partner. Because watch this: 1 + 1 = 2. That's cooperation. Now get ready for a breakthrough. Now, 1 + 1 = 2. That's cooperation. But 1 and 1 is 11. That's collaboration. Want to chase 1,000? We'll put 10,000 in play. So if we take the Shop Free Mart concept and the Dr. Breakthrough Challenge, what could we do together synergistically? Now, both of us is doing great apart from each other, but we can do so much better. And I was like, it hit me. And when I started taking the products, it hit me. I was like, oh, my goodness. Everybody in the world needs these products. And they're priced affordable and just right. And so, CJ, that made it up. I mean, that's just the deal. Now there's still some companies I speak for and so forth. Right. But I actually started building with this company. And by the way, I broke company record and made Crown Ambassador. And now by tomorrow, Global. By tomorrow, I'll be Crown Ambassador. Hello, somebody.
That is awesome. Well, let me address you properly, sir. Global Ambassador, Dr. Breakthrough. I am sure that you have changed and touched a lot of lives.
Oh, brother, say Crown, man. Say it in advance. I'll be there tomorrow.
Say it in advance. Okay. Let me start over. Well, my brother, Crown Ambassador of Shop Free Mart, the gentleman who has broken all the records thus far in the company. I am sure that you have changed a lot of lives since you've been doing what you do, and you do it so eloquently and so powerfully. And I like what you said when you talked about, your message. Everything you do is biblically based. It's all based on biblical principle. I remember being under the teaching, fortunate to be under the teaching of a great mentor, Dr. Miles Monroe, God bless his soul.
Yes.
He taught me. He said, CJ, everything I do is based on biblical principles. That's why people can't argue against what I'm talking about, because the principles don't change. That changed my life when I heard that. To hear you say that this morning really resonated with me. You know what? The time is going so fast, my friend. But you know what? I want to come back on the other side of this break. I want to take a couple minutes break. We could do a little bit of taking care of some business here in the studio. Again, I want to thank our producer, Mr. Kevin Strada, for producing the show. We're here every week at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and wherever else you're part of the world, you can figure that out. But we have a special guest with us today, Crown Ambassador, Dr. Breakthrough, Dr. Stan Harris. We're going to come back on the other side of this break, and I want you to share with our audience when we get back, Doctor, how you have touched other people's lives, and maybe you can have someone share from a personal experience what it has been for them. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of the show. We are so grateful to have you here with us today. I'm sorry I'm not in the studio, but I'm sure you can hear me live and you can hear the passion that I have for what we're doing and the passion that our special guest has for you today. So come on back. Call your friends. Text them. Tell them to get on to GMAP, #1.com. We'll be back right after this message.
Prepare to launch your dreams. Discover a standalone opportunity built on quality, honesty, and integrity. We have all seen the deception and trickery that many companies have used in the past. The ladders to climb and the hoops to jump through was more like a circus than a grand plan to be financial free. Our mission is to bring integrity back to free enterprise. There is a lot to be admired here and many things to be thankful for, like no out-of-pocket expense, no inventory, no parties or meetings away from home. Free Mart is a free profit-sharing shopping club with a vision to heal the earth and improve your quality of living. Free Mart is not a network marketing or direct sales company or business in the sense that we are all too familiar with. It's simple. Just think for a moment. The act of kindness. How many times have you told someone about a great sale, a good movie, or a fine restaurant? Freely sharing great things is natural for most of us, and yet we don't expect to be rewarded for doing so, even though you were instrumental in generating additional profits for them, right? Now imagine receiving on a regular basis profit sharing from big box stores that carry eco-friendly product, effective nutritional, agricultural minerals, just to name a few. Mart has the momentum to be that big. Our experts have purposely structured a company unlike anything that has ever been done before. This is remarkable history. The momentum is building in global markets with people from all walks of life who share the Mart story. As a first-of-its-kind industry innovator, Mart gives you a lifetime membership and all the support you need to be receiving company profits. Most importantly, there is never any obligation for you to purchase a product in order to get paid. Members buy products because they want to, not because they have to. Mart is committed to bringing members premium, state-of-the-art products and services. Mart will continue to stay ahead of the curve in the coming months and years, providing exclusive, life-changing products, great service, with incredible value exclusive only to Mart. This is how it works. You receive rewards when any member you refer or they refer makes a product purchase. It extends even further. When your referred member shares this amazing opportunity with others, you receive generous bonuses and rewards from a unique Fast Start bonus program and 9-level pay plan. As you well know, this has unlimited potential for part-time or serious full-time income. Share the Mart story and join the club where we are mission-based and commission naturally follows. Mart could be your golden ticket to the freedom you've been searching for. Take advantage of this phenomenal business model that's in place and meet our team of experts willing to help you right now. Get back to the member that shared this video with you and secure your position today.
Today for tuning in to GMAP1.com. We're here every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We thank you for inviting all your friends to come in. Just remember, if you invited somebody to this call, maybe they're interested in finding out a little bit more about ShopFreeMart, just have them go to www.shopfreemart.com and then let them know what your username is. So if they decide to become a free member, did you hear me? A free member, it wouldn't cost them anything, but you will get credit for it. So, yeah, we've been talking to our dynamic guest today. We have Dr. Stan, let me get it right, Crown Ambassador, Dr. Stan Harris, also known as Dr. Breakthrough, who is our leader and our trainer for ShopFreeMart now. There's no way you can go wrong. Let me tell you why. If you have someone that you want to share this with and you're one of those individuals who don't have the gift of gab or feel like you're too intimidated, don't know enough about the company, how to speak, all those things, you don't have to know all that stuff. Just get them tuned into the company. And I'm going to put a plug in right now. Have them call into the company corporate call today. And other times he's going to be there every Friday. You're going to hear from our special guest today. That number is 641-715-3580, and the code is 949-458-pound. I'm not going to repeat that, but you can go back and check that out. Go to the site. You'll find that number. Call in today so you can hear from our guest speaker. So we have with us a gentleman who has changed lives all over the world. So, Crown Ambassador Dr. Stan Harris, also known as Dr. Breakthrough, I know you've touched some other people's lives in your journey. Can you share with us some of those things that you've seen happen, even since you've been with ShopFreeMart, and maybe even have someone that can share personal testimony?
Sure. And just so you know, because I travel quite a bit, and people will call me and say, Doc, I need to build something, man. These companies out here, they don't have integrity. They have all these breakaway. The companies change the formula, and then it stops working, or they change the comp plan and start taking money away. Is there something? I'm like, look, I've just been busy. No, man, I'm busy building Dr. Breakthrough LLC, my training company, where my business is to empower other people to do their business, whatever it may be, better. But now that we're able to lock arms and partner with ShopFreeMart, now I have a place that I'm like, wait a minute, you come here. So what I do is I want everybody to know up front, and that's why I gave you a little bit of my background, because my main message is every master was at once a mess or at best mediocre. Therefore, every mess or mediocre person can one day be a master. And so I feel like I owe a debt because people believed in me, CJ, when I didn't believe in myself. People could see things in me, and so they started encouraging me, and I didn't even believe in myself. I just believed in their belief, and I didn't want to let them down, so I would try it, and it would work. And I was like, wow. And so I feel like I have a debt, and so I just want to pass it on. So one of the gentlemen, I actually just called out of the blue. I saw he's got a powerful poetry and especially, oh, my goodness, a black woman's smile. I was like, wow. So I said, a lot of times people don't understand appreciation. Let me just call this guy and let him know how much I appreciate him. And just in our conversation, he started talking about home-based business and network marketing and and he's like, network marketing destroyed my life. Destroyed my relationship, my family, my friends. And I said, sir, in all due respect, it wasn't network marketing per se. That was because you didn't have a master mentor. And I said, there is a company, by the way, they just bought me a board, and I'm going to be the chief breakthrough trainer, and CLO, that stands for Chief Leveraging Officer. And so I tell you what, look at it, and I think it might be something we'll make a long story short, he joined that day, and I called him that night to congratulate him because he was a double diamond. He said, what do you mean double diamond? What did you
Hello?
I can hear you.
Something went wrong with the
what did you
Hello?
I'm still here.
I'm so am I on the line now? Because I'm hearing something. What did you do?
Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay, so did Dr. Stan introduce me already?
I think there was a problem with his line. I think Kevin is taking care of it. I apologize for the technical difficulties we're having right now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back.
So am I on the air right now, though?
Absolutely. Let me clear things up for you guys that are tuned in to the Shop Free Mart live broadcast. This is Pastor Kevin from the GMAP Broadcast Network. Not really sure what happened with Dr. Breakthrough, but CJ, I am going to turn things back over to you, and you are more than welcome to introduce our friend and our special guest, Ty, until we can get Dr. Breakthrough back on the line.
Okay, I'll take it from there. Ladies and gentlemen, again, one thing I love about technology, it's a great thing, but you know what? You never know when it's going to throw a little wrench into the work, and that's what we experienced today. But guess what? We're going to move forward because I can't wait for you to hear the testimony of our guest speaker that's going to come on. One of the gentlemen that Dr. Breakthrough was talking about, who he introduced Shop Free Mart to, had some awesome experience, great results. I wanted to introduce to you Ambassador Ty Grayell, all the way from Michigan. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Please share with our yes, absolutely. Thank you for being here. Share with our audience what your experience has been since you were introduced to Shop Free Mart by Dr. Breakthrough.
Well, first, let me thank my Lord and Savior. I want to thank Almighty God just for allowing me to have a voice this morning to speak with you, CJ. I appreciate you, the platform. I appreciate the pastor who put the radio show together. I appreciate John Austin, who put Shop Free Mart together, and I'm especially appreciative of God for putting Dr. Breakthrough in my life, because he just called me one day out of the blue. It was right prior to Valentine's Day, and he said, "Well, I just want to call you and say, man, listen, you helped me with my relationship, because I wrote a poem. I happen to be the first poet laureate in the 200-year history of the African Methodist Episcopal Church. And so I do spoken word, and poetry is my life. And you're a little bit more about my story, you understand that. So anyway, he called me up just to say, man, I thank you, man. Part of my Valentine's Day present is your spoken word. So we got to talking, and he said, he kept speaking about, different things of what he is, and the fact that he is so dynamic. It just just kept the relationship going. And so then a few days later, we're talking, and we were talking about network marketing, and I was telling him, listen, man, I am burnt out. I'm going all the way back to lose weight now. Ask me how. And any for Amway, any kind of, I've done all of them. I don't want to hear another. I don't care what you call it. If you call it multi-level, you call it network marketing, you call it referral based. I don't care what name you give it. I'm done. So he said, okay, brother, but I want you to take a look at something. Just take a look at one thing. And when he showed me the Shop Free Mart concept, I was blown away. The fact that you don't have to pay any upfront fees just to be a member. There's no monthly fee to be a member. You don't have to put stuff in your garage, because I remember I had an Amway in my garage. As a matter of fact, I even did a stint with Mary Kay. I was a male Mary Kay. I had Mary Kay in my garage. And you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to even sign. You don't have to buy anything in order for a person to make a living with this company. So you could sign somebody up, and they never purchase anything, but they themselves introduce it to people, and if they buy something, then they can make money. I was like, are you serious? I could not believe the concept. But bigger than that, the products. So I signed up. I got the water, which is, hydration drops. That's the best way.
Okay.
And the hydration drops changed my life, CJ. I've been a proponent of water, and knowing that God made us 70% water in the body, the brain 90% water. That's the way God made us. And I know that the water is contaminated. I know the water is a problem for us to be drinking. And so when I got the hydration up, let me just show you how much though with the water. I spent over $9,000 buying Kangen Magic water machines, trying to make sure we were drinking alkaline, my family and everybody drank the right water, because I understand what's happening with the water. The water is killing us. These pharmaceuticals, when you buy water, you buy it from Pepsi and Coca-Cola. So that's just because those are the ones who distribute it. And so I just, when I got the drops, and I put the drops in my water, I, in 7 days, lost 5 pounds, and I hadn't changed anything else. As a matter of fact, didn't even get to the gym because I was snowbound. I was in the house, and I didn't even get to work out like I normally do, and I could not believe it. And my wife, who is the ultimate litmus test for everything on earth, God bless her, she drank the water. She said, "Oh, this is different. This is there's no chemical." So one testimony about the water, and then I'll share this piece with you and give it back to you. But a friend of mine, Ronnie Brown, we went from elementary school all the way through middle school together. He lived a half a block from me, and we were great friends all our lives. Well, Ronnie couldn't stand the taste of water. He put the water to his lips, nose, and said, "Can you smell it?" And of course, all the water's been chlorinated since for years since we've been drinking it. But most of we're desensitized to it. But Ronnie couldn't drink it, and he would not drink it. He refused to drink water. Well, at 27 years old, Ronnie's kidneys failed. And from 27 to 30, he went on dialysis. And at 30 years old, we are the same age, I carried his casket. So I know how important drinking water is. And so I've been for the last 20 years trying to find. And so when I read the concept first, I said, okay, let me look at it. And then when I got the product, I was like, and then, so that's the one product. But then when I found out the other stuff, so much, man. Listen, this Shop Free Mart is pregnant with opportunity. And I prayed for this as a man of God who was looking for some. Listen, the fact that it's a business kind of throws people, because All you have to do is help. You're helping people. Helping people. I preached in a church last Sunday in a Black History Month program. And it was a small church here in Grand Rapids, 200 people. Of the 200 people in the church, 8 out of 10 of them were obese. And they were obese because they are dehydrated. And so what Dr. Stan and I have done, and what I've done with him, is declare war on dehydration. And because if we can get our people hydrated, brother, we can get them living longer. We can get them praising God. We can get them appreciating the vessel that God has given us. And and so I wrote this short piece as a result of taking Dr. Stan Harris's breakthrough challenge, because you got to take it, brother. I had so many breakthroughs. Look, in the 21-day challenge, I may have had 2,100 breakthroughs, and I'm not exaggerating. So this is only one of them. He told me, he said, brother, it's the start that stops most people. Don't let the start stop you. I said, what? What did you say? He said, it's the start that stops most people. Don't let the start stop you. So I wrote, as a poet, I wrote this little short piece about Shop Fremont because it has impacted me to the place where I know God wants me here, and God wants me to spread this. And so I lend my talent to it and everything else that God has given me to it. So this is a short piece. It's called Don't Let the Start Stop You. Incidentally, I have over 70 pieces of poetry in my head. God has blessed me with being able to stand up and recite and never look at a piece of paper and recite for 3 hours. And in all of it is about fearing God and getting back to what we need to get back to. All of it is biblically based. But anyway, this particular piece, don't let the start stop you. It's the start that stops most people. Don't let the start stop you. If you want to improve, then you got to move, step up, so you can break through. Fear is a road-blocking monster, will cause you to stop in your tracks with procrastination as the destination. It'll cause you to hold yourself back. A double mind is the workshop where pause, stop, delay are teachers, where most lie in wait at that beautiful gate, but in waiting never get featured. So don't let the start stop you. It's time you answered the call. Stop robbing yourself of your inherent wealth. Cease building your own brick wall. Here now's the opportunity. This day, this minute, you start. Pursue healthier dreams while building revenue streams. Join us at Shop Fremont, and don't let the start stop you.
Wow. My goodness. You can drop the mic right there, brother. You can drop the mic right there. Thank you so much for that piece that you, I'm sure, just recently wrote. It's so powerful. It really encapsulates what Shop Fremont is all about. Ambassador Ty Grael, I so thank you for being a part of the show and sharing your testimony with us. I'm sure it's going to touch a lot of people's lives. But let me check and see if we have our special guest, Dr. Stan, Crown Ambassador, Dr. Stan, Dr. Breakthrough. Are you back, sir? Okay, maybe he's not back yet, but I want to thank you for sharing that with us because it really touched my heart. And I understand exactly what you're talking about. I understand the experience and the road and the journey you've gone through with just being able to have something finally that we can share with our friends and our family that's honest, that's sincere, that does exactly what it says it does. I thank God for the products that people are experiencing great results. I was telling you earlier, I got to tell my son about the using the products more because he wants to see those kind of results with his hair. You was telling me about how some of these parts of cause your hair to start growing out. So hopefully that'll happen to him as well. Oh, yeah, Dr. Stan, are you back? Okay, go ahead and share with us, Ambassador Ty.
Yeah, well, thank you. I forgot I was an ambassador. Listen, working with Dr. Stan Breakthrough Harris, I forgot I was an ambassador. Matter of fact, I think I was the fastest person on his team to go to ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that I was a double diamond one day, and he said that was the second day that I was introduced to this. And then I just started, telling my family members and my friends, listen, you have to do this. Matter of fact, I know there's one gentleman on this call, listening on this call right now. He's an evangelist as well, a good friend of mine, long-time friend. And he's the same way. He's like, man, listen, I'm burnt out from this. But back to the product thing with your son. What I just discovered this yesterday, CJ, that the Vitalize product that we use, which is a proprietary, state-of-the-art, the product is developed through nanotechnology and quantum medicine. It's just proprietary, different stuff using new age technology. But it works so well that I have to shave my head twice a day now instead of once a day, like I have normally been doing for the last 10 years. So my hair is growing faster. And I also noticed that my nails are growing faster. And I'm like, what's going on? I told my wife, I said, because I can shave my head in the morning, like 7 a.m. And I can do an event. I can do an event at night, and I still don't need to shave my hair again till 7 a.m. Yesterday, I shaved my hair at 7 a.m., and I looked at my hair at 8 p.m. and had to shave again. So the products are working. That's all I'm saying. That's what
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it directly from a gentleman who is experiencing some awesome results from using these products that Shop Fremont has introduced to the world. I hope that touched somebody. Maybe it's not you, it's somebody that you know that's going through and need to know about our hydration drops. We have other products like the Vitalize. We got products like the Nano Silver. We got the Gold. Nano Silver is a natural antibiotic. The Gold is a cleanser that actually helps your muscle develop stronger. You have one of my favorites is the magnesium, the Nano Magnesium, and the D-boron. I mean, you got to have those products in your arsenal at your home. We have another product called the Nano Card. Everyone is just talking about the Nano Cards. When I first saw it, I couldn't believe it. It's like, how can this little thing here do anything for you? But everyone is talking about how they're being relieved of pain, relieved of discomfort just by putting that Nano Card. We even have testimonies of people saving money on their gas. You're getting better gas mileage by putting it in your tank. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do that this week so I can have my own personal testimony in regards to the Nano Cards making a difference in my gas mileage of my car. So thank you so much for sharing the testimony. And we're going to take about a minute break before we go in the last home stretch of the show. Thank you again for tuning in to GMAP1.com. We're here every Tuesday. I want to invite you to come back next week. Bring your friends, because before I let you go, my friend, Ambassador Ty Grael, I would love for you to come and be our guest speaker for next week. Would you agree to be able to do that for me, sir?
I would love to, sir. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, you can depend on me.
All right. I believe that the world needs to hear your testimony, learn a little bit more about what you're doing, because I know you shared with me some things that you've experienced where you kind of just introduced or exposed some things that you kind of push it aside and you look back at it now and regret. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag now, but I want you to come next week and share your experience with how you have changed even your mindset now as far as looking at opportunities. So I want you to come back next week and share with our audience your testimony, your full testimony, and give them what they need to encourage them to do and to be all that they are designed to be. So thank you so much for being on the call today. We're going to take about a minute break and come on back in. I don't know if we're able to get Dr. Stan back on. We had a little technical difficulties. We apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. But hopefully we'll get him back on to close out the show. If not, I'm sure we have some things that you will want to hear. So come on back in a couple minutes, and we'll just go ahead and see you on the other side of this commercial break. All right. Okay. We're still going to see you after the break. I'm sure he's going to come and give you the final push to the end that's going to be powerful. So We'll see you back in a couple of minutes. Al, thank you for coming on back and being with us. The music just gets my blood flowing, gets me pumped up. Look here, we got 10 minutes left, and I want to just get out of the way because we have Dr. Breakthrough back on the line. Crown Ambassador Dr. Breakthrough, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into the show today. Dr. Stan, I want you to share with our audience and then just kind of close us out on a bang here. What do you see for the future as what's coming down the pipe? What you know about what you're going to bring to the table? What do you see as the future of Shop Free Mart moving forward? Share with our audience that. And by the way, we had a great, I don't know if you got a chance to hear it, but my Ambassador Ty Grael came in and did an awesome testimony. And I don't know if you heard also, but we're going to have him on because you're introducing him to us. We're going to have this thing move on to next week. So tell all your friends, family connections to tune in next week so we can hear the full testimony of our friend, Ambassador Ty Grael. So, Dr. Breakthrough, take us home. Share with us some of the things that we can expect to see happening and what anyone that decides to sign up and become a free member of Shop Free Mart can expect with what you have planned for this awesome, awesome opportunity.
Well, I guess you can tell that I'm not Dr. Breakthrough. But we actually we're actually showing Dr. Breakthrough on the line. Let me see. It's showing that he's there. Dr. Breakthrough, are you still on the line, sir? Yeah.
You know what?
It's showing that he's
really
there.
Working with us today.
Okay, it's showing that he's there, but for whatever reason, he's not coming through. So, CJ, I'm going to turn it back over to you to close us out.
Okay. You know what's so funny about this, ladies and gentlemen, is that whenever the enemy knows that you have something powerful to disseminate to the world, he always tries to get in and try to do what he does. And that's just kind of raise havoc with us. But you know what? We're not going to let him have any victory at us today. All of you heard this powerful man who has introduced to you where he's come from, how he's utilizing the skills and the resources and the gifts that the Lord has blessed him with to touch lives all over the world. And you just heard from one today when you heard the testimony of Ambassador Ty Grael, who talked about how he was just introduced to this. He was just kind of just totally bewildered with network marketing, didn't want anything to do with it, being around the block a few times to hear, just changing people's lives. And his life was impacted very powerfully. And the breakthroughs that he's experienced just being connected with Dr. Stan and then in turn being connected with Shop Free Mart, all of that can happen for you as well. All you have to do is go to shopfreemart.com and then tune into the person that introduced you to this opportunity, the person that told you about Shop Free Mart. Call dial in, go in and become a free member. Become a free member and take a look at everything on the site. Click on the testimonials. Click on the previous recorded call. Click on the products. Learn about them. There's one particular product I've encouraged all of you to do. There's a product that we have that's called Vitalize. It's the IEE product. It's an incubated egg extract that used to be, back in the day, one of the most powerful products in the U.S., a natural product that is. It was taken off because the product line was changed and everything else. But we were fortunate. John Austin went out there and he found the manufacturers of this product. And right now, Shop Fremont is the only company in the world that market this product called Vitalize. You need to go out there and get this product. But watch the video. The video talks about this product having the ingredient called the God molecule. There's a short video on there that Pastor Louis talks about what this laminin is all about, how it is the actual rebar that keeps our bodies together. It what keeps our skin, our nails, our bones, our organs, everything that we have is held together by this one ingredient called laminin. Google it, watch this video, and I promise you, the next thing you'll do is click on your Shop Fremont site that's free and order this product, because everyone needs to be taking that particular product. But that's just one of the many that we have. But you know what? I was going to ask Dr. Breakthrough about what the future holds for Shop Fremont, but I really have a strong idea of what's going to happen. You see, I've seen this company just double in the last 2 months. And when I first came on, about almost 3 years ago now, I was number 415. Now we have over 63,000. I know there's a push right now to have no more than 10,000 individuals become hydrated over the next 30 days. And this just by taking the hydration drops. And that in itself is going to change a lot of people's lives in a very personal and physical way. And it's going to change their mindset, because now they found something that actually works, something that will help them to be all that they can be, the body to do what it's supposed to do. And I'm on that track as well, to be a part of this movement to help over 10,000 individuals be hydrated, but also to be one of those who are able to touch lives one drop at a time. On our website, we have a training on the hydration drops, and there's been a movement, I should say, for everyone to be a part of, because that really is the star product of Shop Fremont. Because everything else, once you have your body hydrated, once you have your body being able to receive the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals that is given it into your cells, so your cells can function and walk and operate the way they're supposed to, then everything else you put into your body, whether it be our products or just the food you eat, will be able to work better. So that's the way it works, ladies and gentlemen. So we want you all to, if nothing else, become a free member, go and get a chance to try that hydration drop so you can give your body what it needs. My goodness, we're coming up on the top of the show here, and as always, Pastor Kevin, I don't know where the time goes, man. We might have to change this show to a 2-hour show. I don't know. We need to talk about that, because the hour goes by so fast. But that's what happens when you're having fun. That's what happens when you know you're making a difference by sharing information that could be life-changing to individuals out there. And I'm so happy to have all of you being a part of this. Again, tune in to us every week, every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And I promise you, you're going to get inspired, you're going to get educated, you're going to get motivated to be all that God has called you to be. That is what Shop Fremont is all about, because I know for a fact that there are people out there that are hurting physically in their health. People are hurting financially with their money. People are hurting emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. And all these things, as you heard in one of my shows, all these things intertwine with one another. So when one is out of balance, the rest of them are out of balance. So Shop Fremont is saying, okay, let's work with this area of your life where you can give you the absolute best products to help your body be what it's supposed to be, become balanced into homeostasis so that your body can function at its optimal level. Let's give you some money in your pocket to pay those bills, so at the end of the month, you're not worrying about where the money's coming from to pay the bill. Let's give you that peace of mind so you can be all that you can be. So let's do this and become all that we can be, and that's what Shop Fremont offers you. I see nothing but the bright future for Shop Fremont. I see nothing but thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming from all over the world to join Shop Fremont because, again, it's for free and taking advantage of the training that Dr. Breakthrough is going to be providing for us, where he's going to make it easy for you to be able to present this to the world because you don't have to do anything but get people in front of him, whether it be online or at a meeting or at an event. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we have to offer for you today. I'm looking forward to our show next week, where we're going to have our special guest, Ambassador Ty Grael, who's going to come and share his heart out with you. Thank you for tuning into the show today. I love you. Thank you for being a part of this. I know some of you are unable to come in and be on the 9 o'clock show, or some of your friends can't be here at 9 o'clock in the morning. But what I want to encourage you to do is have them come on and let's go to the YouTube, online on YouTube, and click in GMAP1 later this afternoon or tomorrow, and they'll be able to hear this broadcast live. And again, I apologize for technical difficulties. I thank our producer, Pastor Kevin Strada, for doing all that he can do to make it still go. And with that, I'm going to end with this. And hear my words. Nothing is ever too hard to do if your faith is strong and your purpose is true. Because life is run by faith and won by grace. With that, I want to say have a great morning, have a great day, have a great Fremont Day. Go there, sign up, become a free member, and do what you need to do to be a part of who we are. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next week.
GMAP.